just a few yards up the street here, because that's that passion, that's that commitment. Can you guys tell me, in today's time, what would be a cause to fight for together, to unite individuals from all walks of life to walk 45 minutes in driving time, in which would take 3 days in order for a purpose or a cause that you truly believed in? Anything? iPhone 11? No. You know, something of that, an enriched cause that really means something of importance to you. A change in life. So I want you to step out. I want you to realize that. I want to talk about the martyrs that took place. I want to talk about, I want you to look down the trail. You can't foresee what's before you. They couldn't foresee what was before them. They knew they had passion. They knew that they wanted to make certain that they had this cause justified, in order to be able to vote, to have that ability to vote, to have that voice, to speak that voice. And I want you to realize this, a lot of times our youth, today's society, adults, take that for granted. And it is so important to realize that we had individuals fighting for this. And I want you to step out and look at what they had to do, how they had to walk this trail, and experience that in your own moment, in your own way. All right, come on out. All right, Anaya. Tell us a little bit about how you feel walking this experience, or being able to be where individuals walk before you.
How they felt, basically, like how their feet was hurting, but they still had faith in what they were doing.
Did you ever think that some of them felt like giving up on this journey from Montgomery, Alabama to Selma, from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think you would have been able to do this journey back then?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what would have kept you encouraged to go to the very end.
God and faith.
Awesome.
Hey, young man.
Chose to let him
Come on over here. Let me ask you some questions. What's your name, sir?
Dexter Tate.
So Dexter Tate, when you stand on the ground that your forefathers walked, so you, when you were of age, could vote, how does that make you feel?
Well, it kind of makes me feel good because they went through all of this for us to have all this today.
Do you think you would have been able to overcome all the adversities of that time during that period for the future generation? Be honest.
Well, I don't think I would though, because they went through so much. They had to get beat. They had to get beat with sticks, and then got bit by dogs and everything. So
How does that make you feel when you know that our forefathers went through so much, they endured so much just so we could have the right to vote?
it kind of makes me feel bad because all that stuff, people lost their lives doing that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Witnessing this journey, it's important to highlight, we take it for granted by just looking at walking from here to that sign. It says Selma. This is the famous highway, 21 South, 80 West, and behind me, there's a sign up ahead that says Selma. To really look at that and highlight the direction, and of course they were headed toward Montgomery in this direction, but to be able to see that it's amazing to have kids right here to witness this history that's taking place today, 55 years later. I think it's important to carry on that same legacy of success of those who have succeeded before us in these type of efforts, and to have these kids to be able to speak to one or two of them, it gives an opportunity to change their minds. It changes their way of thinking. I tell people all the time, attitude is not always the way you act. Sometimes it has to do with the way that you think and or perceive things. And the perception here is truly amazing. And it shows us in today's time we have unlimited possibilities of what's before us, and a unique opportunity to display that. So I'm very proud to be here with all these youth, and I'm very proud to be with Arkansans that have taken the journey with me as we continue to show and document the legacy of Selma, the March on Selma 55 years later.
And something that I was just aware of, I mean, these were people that were in their high heels,
yes,
Sunday best and all that.
Absolutely. It certainly was not a ceremonial event. You know, this was something that was, it was a bold statement made. You know, I was riding in my car along with my passengers in our vehicle, and my program coordinator, Diana Shelton, stated, and she said it, you know, charismatically, but it was funny and it was genuine. And that was that in her Sunday heels, it hurts in her shoes to walk from one destination from her car back into the church. But we're talking about 55 years ago and 45-minute drive and walking that. And let's just say someone got tired and took the shoes off. Then we're talking about blisters on their feet. I mean, you got to really look at that and realize and bring that to reality that, hey, you know, we take a lot for granted. You know, there wasn't the comfort Air Jordans back then, you know, that we're walking in today, because that's going to be a walk down here today. You know, these were some hardback shoes. So we're looking at that, and it's important to realize the grace, the legacy before us, and that we never take it for granted.
When they're done, I want to get a picture of everybody by the highway.
All right, so we are right now we're going to go probably
again, go ahead and hit that follow, because we will be documenting this experience all during the weekend. We have a lot
Highway
on the
80
agenda
West
today and tomorrow. So make sure you follow us on Facebook, and we will see you.